What's up, YouTube? Ninjas Worldwide. It's your boy, DJ Axis Powers. Yeah, with another Workout Wednesday. And this week we are going to discuss some comments that were made recently by Boston Lloyd about the great, the almighty Frank Zane. I believe he commented on Facebook and said he looked like a bunch of smashed buttholes or something to that extent, and pretty much disparaging his physique, saying he was small and his conditioning wasn't that great. So, I mean, of course, everyone's entitled to their opinion. But I mean, for me, I think Frank Zane is definitely, I think, one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, and just an amazing sculptor of a physique, and what he was able to bring conditioning wise and aesthetic wise, and with his posing. I think he really brought a lot of artistry to the sport of bodybuilding, enough that he could be a champion when he wasn't even the biggest guy on stage. So, I think you can give him a lot of credit for bringing that real, aesthetic, artistic side to bodybuilding in the late 70s when he won his titles. And it was also interesting to hear, Dave Palumbo on one of his internet shows was talking about, what Boston had said, and actually called him on the phone. And the other host of the show, John Romano, actually asked Boston if he could name six other bodybuilders from that era, and he really struggled. So it really just shows, that he's not that much of a fan on some level of bodybuilding. I mean, if you can't just talk about bodybuilders from the 70s or 80s or 90s, beyond who was Mr. Olympia, then maybe you're just not really a fan of the sport. You don't look at it in that way, where, plenty of people I know who are fans really know the names of, like, the top guys through the years, and, who's on top. So, to each his own. I definitely don't agree with Boston Lloyd at all, any bit, about Frank Zane. I think Frank Zane was definitely one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, and that's my opinion, and everyone is entitled to theirs. So that's it for this week. It's your boy DJ Axis Powers, telling you to train hard. See you next time.